It's a new life for me, yeah. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. It's a new life for me. Woo, 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 woo.
Just crossing to Montana, actually, right?
Yep.
2,393 miles left. Making our way to Shelby, North Kakalaki. So we just rolling.
Yep.
Now you don't got your whole year in already, right?
Yes.
Right. Right.
This month.
Like I remember when you, I can't say refused to, but I remember when you were very adamant about not even driving at night.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
How do you feel now? Not just about night driving. I'm just gonna say about driving in any daytime, nighttime, weather, rain, whatever the case may be. What's your level of comfortability at this point?
I feel way more comfortable than I felt before.
Okay.
Like even right now in this, I would have just looked at this and the road is clear. But I would have looked at it and been like, nah, babe. Just because the anxiety of seeing all the snow and seeing the little videos and stories about people flipping or just sliding on ice just would be, stuck in my head. But I think once you drive a little longer, you gain more confidence in what you're doing and realizing that you're driving the truck. So you have to be the one that is mindful of what you need to do, whether it's slow down, decrease your speed, or increase your speed, or put your engine brake on, or maybe not drive at all, or chain up, or whatever the circumstances is. I think trucking is really has a lot more to do with using your common sense. I mean, if the speed is 60 and you know that it's wet, it's rainy, it's icy or snow, that don't mean drive 60. Right. I mean, common sense is bring your speed down. And, just using your common sense.
I remember when driving, I think for you, or from your understanding of it, you felt as though it was more so a manly or masculine thing to do. Now, I know you've come into contact with quite a few women who drive, who's been long-standing drivers, not even new or rookie drivers. Do you still feel as though I know it's masculine or manly dominated, I think that's just period what it is, because I don't think too many women are guided to drive the truck, so that makes sense. But for a woman who is considering driving or thinking about driving, like, since she feels as though she's going to lose her womanhood, like, can she still be dainty and drive? I mean, I see you got, you all nailed up, coffin nails and bracelets on. It's coffin, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as I'm right, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, can a woman get out here and drive a truck, make good money, take care of herself, her family, whomever, and still consider herself a full-fledged and bona fide woman without,
Of course. I mean, I can only speak for me. So initially coming out here, I did have to put a lot of that to the side. Just the things that I did on a consistent basis. I mean, I was never really nails, this, that, and the other anyway, but just my whole, I'll just say my routine that I did to feel good about me as a woman, I did kind of have to put some of that aside because I had to focus on learning how to maneuver this truck in different situations, different weather, different settings, different states. And I had to really just go in. I didn't have time to focus on my hair, my nails, whether I'm lotioned down good or what I look like on that level. Now, mind you, I'm going to make sure that I look like something. But you are in the truck, which does give you an opportunity to just kind of be comfortable and let down a little bit so that you can really learn this career, because we're not like in front of people all the time, but most of the time we behind the wheel driving, so we don't have to, we just don't have to do those types of things. But over a period of time of getting a lot more comfortable with driving, getting some sleep finally, and getting rid of some of the anxieties that I had when I first started driving. Oh yeah, now I found time to put it in. Oh, we stopping at Walmart. Walmart got a nail place inside of them. Every single one of them got one. I'm getting my nails done. I'm getting my toes done because I still, need to pamper myself and do the things that I want to do. I'm not going to work hard and then don't play either. I need to enjoy the things I want to enjoy in life. And just finding that balance. Now I can wake up in certain periods and feel comfortable to allow myself to wake up early enough to do some of the things I want to do, whether it's fix my hair, put on a little makeup, make sure that I'm lotioned down and feeling really good, pull out something that I feel good in for the day, and just start my day differently than when I first started driving. Because I had a lot of anxiety. I had a whole lot of anxiety, and I just didn't want any of my little stuff, which is, me worrying about my feminine things, to prevent me from really getting in this truck and learning how to maneuver this truck, because really that's what I came out here to do. But overall, yes, you can be very feminine. I don't walk around stinky. I don't be stinky in this truck. I don't be walking around looking like anything. I never did that anyway. And even in the beginning when I first started on the truck, I still didn't do that. But I might have wore sweats all the time, and my boots, and I didn't take time to be putting no makeup on or doing a whole lot of stuff, because I just was really in the mode of it's not important at this time. But then it did kind of take a toll on me a little bit, because I am a very feminine woman. I do like to be a tad bit dainty, and I enjoy taking time and taking pride in my appearance and doing certain things that make me feel pretty, and things like that, having on a little perfume and just whatever I want to do. And now I do those things. I do those things a lot more because I found a balance. Like, I'm not waking, like before I used to wake up and when it was my turn to drive, immediately I had anxiety. Because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what the weather was going to be, because, when you drive it don't matter where you at to a degree. You might go from sunny day to snow. Exactly. So,
Literally, you figure 48 hours ago, we was in the Bay.
Yes.
Oakland, California,
Exactly.
San Francisco.
Yeah.
Nice and sunny, the whole 9 yards, and here we are.
Yeah, and it was so many other variables that played a part. Like, my body had to get used to this whole transition of being in and out of different types of weather in one day. Not in days, I'm talking about in one day. Learning how to help my body adjust to the irregular schedule of sleep. And just like, like here, like right now it's 2:28, but at home it's 4:28. Like, just adjusting to time changes.
Okay, so yeah, we just changed then, because we were 3 hours.
Yeah, we were
behind. Now we're down to 2.
Yeah.
So okay, we're working our way east, baby.
And then when I first got on the truck, I was trying to eat like I ate when I wasn't a truck driver, and I just went to work every day. And I'm not saying, I'll say this, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it, because when you think logically, you are in a sitting position the majority of the day. So if you're eating a certain way that's not particularly healthy, and I ain't gonna say that, because when I was home, I ate pretty healthy, but I was a lot more active. I stood on my feet, I walked day, I got plenty of time to get some sort of exercise for my body. Well, being in a truck, you know, we're sitting down the majority of the time. We get out at shippers and things like that, or we get out to go eat or shower, or however we do it, but that's still not enough exercise for the amount, compared to the amount of time that your body is sitting with no real blood flow, you know. So I was eating the regular stuff. I ate breakfast, snacks, lunch, snacks, dinner, snacks. Had my guilty pleasures at night. Oh man, I was like, oh, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I treated the being on the truck just like I was when I was at home. But you really cannot. You just can't, because your body is not doing the same things it did. So that was an adjustment for me. And actually that's what I'm working on now. Because I had to recognize, okay, I'm waking up cranky, I'm having headaches, my bowel movements is not regular, you know, I'm getting acne. Never had a problem with acne, ever, never. I might have had a blackhead once in a while, but I never really struggled with my skin. And then I just immediately got like all of this weight, and I just was like, what's going on? It's because my body was not used to this life. So I had to do all of these adjustments, you know, and I'm just doing better. You know, I'm excited now. I'm excited. I'm excited when I wake up in the morning and it's my time to drive. Because I don't know what we're going to see. Like today, before, this was danger to me. Even though it had beauty in it, it was an element that I would look at this and be like, oh God, like I gotta drive, but Lord, please don't let it be no ice on the road. Don't let no deers run out. Just all of these different things, which you still should have in the back of your mind when you're driving. But now I embrace it and the beauty of it without all of the fears. Now I just think sensible. Okay, I'm in the mountain. Make sure if you need to, you use your engine brake. Watch your speed. You know, be mindful of all your signs. Pay attention to stay in your lines. You know, all of the different things that we have to do when we're on the road. You know, just being mindful of other drivers, watching out for the snow plows. I mean, I could go on and on about the different things. Of course, all of us know that we need to do as a trucker. But now I'm really starting to get more of a stride with it, and it's wonderful.
Saying that,
I never thought I would, because if it didn't change for me, I knew at some point I was gonna have to tell him that I'm not gonna be out here that long. Like I might have, you thinking we're gonna be doing this for some years because we got a plan? That plan might have to break. Because what I'm not gonna do is wake up and do something every day I really don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm finally in a place that I want to do this, and not just because it's a financial gain or because it's what my husband wanted us to do, but I want to do it. Like, I want to do it.
so I guess that segues into just, I mean, would you even recommend a career such as this for a woman? I mean, I know certain circumstances have to be a certain way, you know, women leaving children or just leaving her motherly obligation, you know, just all of that. I'm not saying no woman, nobody for that matter, to put themselves or their family in a difficult position. But you know, for a woman that's looking for a career change, looking to do something different, looking to see and explore and travel, like that's really not interested in the whole corporate thing. That's not with sitting in the cubicle all day. That's not, you know, with the same old when it comes to that. Mm-hmm. That will probably, you know, and I'm talking about the young lady that works at Amazon, that's pulling orders in Amazon. Or I'm not saying, you know, women that's out here turning wrenches as if they are mechanics or something. But, you know, for the woman that's, like I said, that's at an Amazon, that's at a Capital One, that's, you know, that's at companies or jobs, so to speak, that, you know, that they may have ran their course with, but really don't know other options to take, you know, that probably would never normally consider a career such as this,
Yeah.
like, what would you tell that woman that's just at her wit's end with what it is she's doing, what her life is, where her life is at? You know, would you even consider telling a woman to give it a shot? I mean, I'm not saying they have to do it and be a 20-year veteran trucker, but would you even recommend an industry and careers such as this to a woman to even consider doing?
Well, first of all, I cannot speak for solo women truck drivers because I'm not a solo truck driver. I've always had my husband with me. He trained me and I had him thereafter. So I do not understand what that would be like. But I do have some really good relationships with other women truck drivers that I see doing it every day. I see them overcoming and conquering things that I don't even know if I would have had the strength to do by myself. So I know that it can be done. My recommendation for a woman, first of all, if you are hitting your head in a sense of you work hard every day, or you feel like you have just came to your wit's end in a sense that you just need to do something that's going to take you to a whole nother level with your finances, yes, trucking is a good way to go. If you are someone that's not scared to get dirty and you're not scared to do the things you know we do in the truck, and I'm talking about hygiene wise, I'm talking about bathroom wise, I'm talking about if you're not worried about being alone, if you don't have a problem being by yourself, and I mean really being by yourself, if you don't have a problem being in your head, being in your own thoughts, because you're going to have a lot of that being on the road.
I mean, you have time to think, period. I mean, so if you're a thinker, and person that's calculated in that sense, this is heaven.
Yes.
In that sense.
And if you're not scared to somewhat be adventurous, you know, because the travel and driving a truck, it is an adventure. It's an adventure, you know. You're putting yourself in different situations, different states, different places. I mean, you know, all of that. So I would say if you don't have any small children, I personally would probably say wait till your children were adults, probably. That would probably be ideal. Or unless you have a support system. Because you're going to miss stuff. You're not going to make everything. You're not going to be able to be with your children during very crucial times of their life. And if you're willing to do that, and I'm not saying be okay with it, but I am saying be okay with it. You know, because nobody's really okay with not being a part of things that's important or for their children and stuff like that. But if you know the bigger picture, if you know why you're doing it, you need to know your why, you know. And then I personally feel like there needs to become a place where you gain a love for this. I can't see anybody being out here on the road driving this truck and not liking it for a long period of time, unless, you know, sometimes people do it because they, you know, a family member did it, somebody else doing it, somebody recommended to you, so they just did it, or this, that, and the other. But this is not the type of career that you can just continue to stay like that. It's just not, because you do too much thinking. You do way too much thinking. Way too much thinking. But I think it's an excellent way to travel, and it's a great way to open your mind up. If you're a person that don't mind, you know, alone and opening up a book or looking at a good movie or just meditating on your own thoughts and things like that, I think as a solo driver you would do very well. And you have to be teachable. You have to be teachable because the road teaches you. I mean, you get taught, yes, by your trainer. And you can go on YouTube, you can go to people's videos, you can talk to experienced drivers. But it's nothing that's going to teach you more than being out here on the road. Because when I'm driving, I think about what he has said to me. I think about what I see in videos people say about certain conditions. And I think about the situation, I see it before it happens. You know, that's kind of the way that I drive. And you can't be a person that loves to sleep. If you're a person that loves to sleep, this ain't for you.
I mean, that's based on it being just, majority of it is self-motivated. Because there's nobody out here saying go, go, go. Like, there's no boss looking over your shoulder. There's,
no.
Unless you with a company that has them, there's no cameras watching you. There's none of that. You gotta know where you're supposed to be, when you're supposed to be there, the route in which you're taking to get there, and you need to know what type of energy and what type of just will it's going to take you to get where you need to be. So it's going to be times where you're going to be tired. All of those things, but how do you, then with that, how do you adjust to those changes? Like, was it hard changes for you to even adjust to? Like, I mean, you've been driving for a year now. Has that just happened like recently, or have you been in that groove for a while to where the light bulb came on and you was like, okay, I got it?
As far as this trucking?
Yes.
Well, first of all, I've always been a person that I'm gonna work hard for what I want. And the thing about it is, a lot of times I worked really hard, I still didn't get what I want. This is the first time in my life, in any industry that I've been in, that I saw immediate results from putting in the work. And I could see me getting to what I want. I'm getting what I want. And you have to have a reward. You know what I'm saying? If you work really hard and you're not being, you can't like enjoy the reward of what you have done, you have nothing. You don't have anything. You know, and that's kind of where I believe both of us were at, you know, in our life, to the point that it was just like, you know, what's wrong with us doing something different? We need to, because we still have not achieved the things that we want. You know, I want to see my family not struggling to a degree that they are. I want to be somebody that can help bring about that change. I want to leave a legacy. I want to make sure that my grandkids, my children, are not just going to my funeral saying, my mom was a great person, but now let's get this money together.
Kickstarter, I mean, what, not Kickstarter, was it GoFundMe?
Yes.
Bury my mama.
Yes.
Bury my brother, bury my sister.
Because I did not leave anything behind. And trucking has shown us in so many ways that we will be able to do that.
If it's done right.
If it's done right. If you're
smart and you know, manage your money the right and proper ways. I mean, there's people out here balling out of control that 5 years from now they're going to be in the same position financially that they were when they started.
Yes, and that brings me back to another thing. If you are a person that is not good at managing money, you're going to blow it in trucking. Because the way I see it, trucking is different stages. You have to come in, first of all, being able to learn. And you have to consider, you have to realize that you forever learning, point blank. That'll never change. But you really need to be like that when you first get started. Because you don't know nothing. Somebody has given you a truck because you got your CDL. And we all know when we get our CDL, we still don't know no more than what we knew before we got it.
That's right.
Not for real. So then you get your CDL and you have to, you learn your experience as you do it, because it's a service business. Anything that's definitely need to consider, and it needs to be a part of who you are. If you can't deal under pressure, forget trucking. Forget trucking. Because trucking has pressures with it. All types of pressures. I'm going to tell you the main one for me when I first started that I think was the hardest for me. And that was times when you know you have pushed yourself and drove and still had to like either wait around because a load wasn't ready to take you, or all of these different obstacles, paperwork might not been right, or maybe you got veered away on your route and maybe lost some time. Anything can happen. But when that happens and you're already at your burnt out place, oh man, you feel like giving up.
Gotta learn how to dig deep, don't it?
You feel like giving up because you're like, yo, like, I don't have 3 more hours. Even though the time may say I got a few hours that I can still drive, I'm done. Like, I'm at my done mark. And what do you have to do?
What you call it? Pass out mode.
Pass out mode, yes. So what you got to do? You got to pull that strength, that inner strength out and tell your body, nah, you ain't. Because we ain't done until we got that bill of lading in our hand and uploading it and getting that check. That's it.
Thousand bank rolls, yeah, I made myself a boss. Had to learn from my mistakes, yeah, I had to take a loss. They say it costs to be the boss, don't make us nail it to the cross. When that pack touch down, we gon' call it Randy Moss. When that pack touch down, we gon' call it Randy Moss. When that pack touch down, we gon' call it Randy Moss. Had to learn from my mistakes, had to make myself a boss. Had to mess